What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Watch Along for the Stadia Connect Gamescom Edition 2019. I'm Tim Gettys. This is Greg Miller. That is Fran Mirabella.
The third.
We got the A Squad. That's what we start calling the three of us from now on.
I like that.
Fran, have you ever done this? Have you ever done this as like your signal of like the throw up the three?
Yeah.
You gotta start throwing the three up, man.
I'm gonna get chased down by some gang I'm not aware of. It's the wrong
From Seinfeld, the Van Burens,
the Van Burens,
right? Because he was holding he was holding the Parmesan.
So, do you guys have any idea what we're expecting today?
I'm expecting maybe some of this, some like more ports
in Stadia.
Of course, they're like they're a city away.
Okay,
it's gonna be stuff like that. It's like who else is gonna be on the service that normally shows up at Gamescom? You know, like is PUBG on the platform yet?
No,
I don't think so. Maybe that stuff like that. Which I sound jaded. It is exciting if you're excited about Stadia, but stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that's why you wore that.
No,
he just wears it all the time.
A lot. I just think it's cool that Stadia is trying to do these connects around the bigger tentpole events, like around GDC,
First
around E3, around this. Yeah, so it's cool. Yeah. I like them treating themselves like they're one of the big boys.
I like that I don't know what's coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I do, I agree with you, Tim, that I do appreciate Google being like, no, we're in this and we know where we need to be and we know what we need to be or what we need to do to be taken seriously. And so them being at Gamescom doing a real presentation, something we don't see that much anymore, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them come out. And especially, you know what I think we're really going to get out of this? What I think we'll really get out of this is release date, right? Don't we only know in November?
That's interesting.
I was thinking we were going to get that too. Yes.
All we know is November. So this is either your one of your last big shots, right?
Let's take a guess if it's going to be coming. Let's all get out there right now.
No looking at a calendar. That's cheating.
No, I have to know the day.
No, it's cheating. November 16th.
That's dumb.
Thank you,
Andy.
I just want to know the day, Tim. I mean, like in other words, is it coming out Tuesday? I'm gonna say it's November 15th, 14th night of launch kind of thing.
Yeah.
November 15th.
What is the 16th then?
The 16th like a Saturday. See what I mean, man?
What a dumb call from you.
Hey, you know what?
Silly. This is so. What did you say? What's your prediction?
No, the 16th
the 15th.
is a Monday.
Okay.
So, but it'll have midnight launch. Probably. Who knows?
16th of November is a Saturday.
Chump.
November 28th.
Sorry, November.
Yeah, just sit down and drink your fucking tea over there, all right?
It's coffee.
Drink your tea, Kevin.
You're a fucking British fancy boy. I want to say it's coming out November 15th.
Kevin, it looks paused.
We got agreement.
It does look paused.
It is
Kevin.
paused. Click on live to be sure.
It's starting.
It's starting. Oh my God.
Great job.
Thank God you
Kind
said
of funny.
something.
There you go. Kind of funny.
Why is there no audio?
It's okay. Except we need to know.
There is audio.
We
We
can't
can't hear
Hey
anything.
everyone.
There it is.
I'm Ray from the Stadia team. I'm here today to give you a brief
Ray
update on
Bautista, the
Stadia,
wrestler?
the new generation gaming platform where you can buy the games you want and play them across your favorite screens. We're also going to reveal more games that you'll be able to play on Stadia starting this November.
Yes.
Instead of needing to buy a console to play your games, we give you access to Google's powerful custom data centers. Our servers are designed with today's most demanding games in mind to ensure your games run at the highest graphical settings and frame rate available today.
I don't know.
You can just fire up Stadia to play your games on your TV, desktop, laptop, and select tablets and smartphones.
Select pixel.
With Stadia, you get 4K
They've been very clear.
without annoying game downloads,
That's for launching. They've been
patches,
clear that it's gonna not
installs,
be long.
or expensive gaming hardware to buy.
Those Chicago
The days of
ones,
waiting
baby.
to download and update a new game are over. Just grab your controller and you're in. To play Stadia, you'll need the Stadia Founders Edition, which you can pre-order today for only $129. It comes with 3 months of Stadia Pro, our premium subscription for you and a friend, a Stadia controller, and a Chromecast Ultra to play on the biggest screen in your home. And as an added bonus, Founders will already have the full Destiny 2 experience in their
Fran,
Stadia
actually,
library,
you will know probably
ready to
better.
play
Why do
from
I know
day
Ray
one.
Bautista?
We've had a
What did he
fantastic
used to do?
response so far,
He's a
and are
wrestler,
almost
I
sold out of the Founders Edition in some countries.
Dave Bautista.
So, if you want to be one of the very first gamers on Stadia later this year, you'll need to get your Founders Edition quickly.
They
In
really
our last
avoided
Stadia Connect, we showed you a collection of launch
calling this
titles
a
coming
beta
to
or
Stadia
early
from the
access, which is
best
what it is,
publishers
but
and developers in the world.
Can't totally blame
And
them.
we keep
founder,
adding
man.
more games to the Stadia catalog. Whether you're looking for a mythological
Used to
storybook
be at
adventure
Turbo
in Gods and
Studios,
Monsters,
and he was at PlayStation
or a chance
for
to
4
take
years,
back
2
London
months.
with
That's
a
why
team
I
of
know.
specialists in
Product
Watch Dogs
manager.
Legion,
Gotcha.
Besties.
I worked with
Ubisoft
him
has
there.
you covered with
And
good
beyond,
games
and
coming
beyond.
to Stadia.
Gotcha.
This is so choppy.
So let's get to it. I'm going to pass it off to my friend Shauna, another member of the Stadia team, who will run you through some more big names to add to that list.
Hi, I'm Shauna, and I'm excited to share the latest titles we're adding to the Stadia portfolio. My team and I have been traveling all over the world. For years, we've been meeting with the best developers and publishers with the goal of bringing more of your favorite games to Stadia. We've been to Japan, England, Germany, the US, Canada, and most recently Poland.
There's just no
Our
sense
first
of
video
like
is
where
with
they're at 'cause
CD
everything's
Projekt
white.
Red, who are making one of the most anticipated games of 2020. And it's coming to Stadia. Let's take a look.
Oh wow, Fran.
Who
Straight out the
fucking
bat.
Oh
called
wow,
it?
it's the first thing.
If
Look at
you
that.
replace your body with a machine, are you still human? Is it possible to maintain individualism without any human parts?
God, I
Maybe
wanna see
that individualism is
will be
actually
day and
what
date in
creates
April.
humanity in us.
Next year.
it. Should be.
CDPR has always been a company that put a very big emphasis on the storytelling, and creating very strong emotion in players.
With Cyberpunk, we're adding a whole new sort of pillar to it, which is what we call open-ended gameplay. We have non-linearity in storytelling, non-linearity in the way you explore the world, and now we want to introduce non-linearity in gameplay. You can play your character any way you would like to play him.
I like to complete missions in a way that I have managed to outsmart my opponents.
And no matter what game it is, I always play big butch characters.
Did you just reverse it as it's
that
having you
through everything.
fucking sell out?
All those things have an effect on how your story plays out.
But first, remember the man, the myth, Johnny Silverhand.
Good Morning, Night City. The song on the radio
damn,
is by
this game
rocker
looks
boy
cool.
Johnny
Fuck.
Silverhand.
Johnny Silverhand, who's a legend in Night City, a musician, but also an activist.
We were creating this character, and as we were in the process, we realized, hey, it would be really cool if Keanu Reeves could play this character.
Keanu is
State of play.
amazing.
I feel like both of them
Johnny
need help with
Silverhand
players,
will be our player's guide to the city. He's with you throughout most of the game.
I'm glad we got some.
Wake up, samurai.
Wow, look at that.
Look
Booty.
at that.
We have a
Hey,
secret
dude.
bird.
Only possible with Google Stadia.
This project is of a scale that we've
They're not
never
afraid to
tackled
stream the
before. The
cheeks.
Yeah,
ambition
man.
is crazy. Something like Stadia really allows more people to experience our stories. Everyone gets to experience the same awesome story, quest, and locations.
It's a very technologically demanding
We get to
game,
name
but
our
with
characters
Stadia
when we
you can
like
actually play it respectively
Like
of the
that. I'm
power
gonna make
of
him look
your
like Andy.
devices.
But what about the cheeks?
There are
that's
many
right, I'm probably gonna choose a
scenes
girl.
that
You're gonna have to see-
people
no, I thought you
have
wanted to see
very
Andy's cheeks.
strong
It'll be Andy
feelings
with an
about.
eye. Oh, I want to see Andy's cheeks.
I hope that the lens of the game and the lens of the future will show them in an exaggerated way things that
the
are
big
already
thing we still haven't
happening
seen
in
in
our
that game is that whole,
society.
like,
And
plugging
hopefully
into
our
the other
future
side
is
or
going to
whatever,
be
right?
better.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
end
they've
of the
teased
demo
it.
with
They've
that.
teased
Future of
it.
Cyberpunk
She's the one that gave the
2077.
demo. 83.
Yep. Same for me. There's the hype. All right.
Dubstep. It's
They need
necessary.
to start.
Wait for how much Stadia directed the trailer again. Or the presentation.
Whoa, hey, easy.
Hey, you can make any choice you want here, pal.
Just make the right one. Come with me. Be a street shark.
Are you part of the Fran Buren boys?
Oh my God, the Fran Buren.
I don't like that.
You don't like that it's coming soon?
No.
Yo, why
Thanks
is
CD
it coming
Projekt
soon?
Red for a look at the breathtaking
maybe close.
Cyberpunk 2077. I can't wait to have
gonna be
Cyberpunk
out
with
before
me on
everything
Stadia
else.
wherever I go. In our last Connect, we revealed Destiny 2 Shadowkeep to the world. We're happy to have our friends at Bungie back to show you
There's the
more
hype for
from
you,
the
Fran.
next chapter of
Destiny
Destiny 2.
Cheapest version of Shadowkeep you can get, I think.
Something
Well,
wicked has
Depending on how you
awakened.
break it down. They are taken.
Nightmares
Is this new?
Well, I have you. I'm not misreading this, right?
Your past confronts
You don't have to worry about it this week.
Yep. Very good.
Cool.
Damn it, Fran. Put an end to it.
I think this is new, yeah. Oh, this is good.
Yeah,
Notice it wasn't on your list of anticipated games, Greg.
I know. You and Luke
Hand
Smith
trail.
are gonna have to bring me back to the light.
Yep. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I see. I pay attention. Eyes up, Guardians.
That's right. Oh wow, yeah, his armor looks cool.
Seen darkness.
You guys should have Morla on the show, the voice.
Okay.
Remember she came in and did voice lessons at IGN once?
I don't think so.
You were there? Yeah. Maybe you were on a trip.
Was it long before she was Destiny?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of gameplay. This is, I think, the most Shadowkeep gameplay we've seen.
A great battle approaches.
A trio of adorable machines decide to follow their hearts and form a band. Help them chase their dreams in the upcoming 3D puzzle platformer.
Trio of adorable machines. Is this the stuff Jared's pumping out over there?
This is some Jared Petty shit for sure.
You think
I'm
he
kidding,
wrote it?
Jared. If you did.
It reminds me of
Justifying my pre-order as I said.
Death Squared.
Oh yeah.
Great
Because
game.
they're squares.
Great game.
There's 3 people. It's a
3
one-man band.
robots. They're coming. Don't worry.
There he is, Euler.
Hey, what about me? Oh, it's Euler.
I play
I like
trumpet.
making
I got the
music.
mic stand. It's the trombone. Not bad.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing ba bong.
Google's not on
Is this the
Twitch
La La
at all,
Land
are
sound?
they? Or Mixer.
Oh.
They really should be.
I mean, they got YouTube, man.
Yeah, it's like the exact same progression as Another Day in the Sun.
Yeah. I like it. La La Land, Kevin, remember?
I love that movie.
Great movie. You and I love it. A lot of people are wrong about it. A lot of people are wrong about it.
That is a game your downloads can handle. Right there.
Kind.
Up next is Darksiders
No,
Genesis.
look at me. Yeah.
A brand new take on a beloved adventure franchise.
This is awesome. Darksiders Genesis again.
Yeah,
Big
this
fan.
looks. Oh, you've played it.
Yeah.
That's right. Now this looks really cool. Yeah, really good job on the art style.
It looks better than I thought it would, based on you describing it.
Again, remember I saw it one time. Well, E3, or pre-E3, so a while ago.
And it is co-op.
Yep. 2-player co-op. Or you can play 1 player and switch between them.
Ah, that's what it is. So it's an AI assist with you.
Right.
Oh, it's designed for 2 people. I remember you saying that now.
And again, as somebody who doesn't care about Darksiders, I was like, their gameplay here is awesome. I totally want to play this.
Yeah, I think it's a really good use of the franchise. When I first heard it, I was like, oh wait, but it's not, Darksiders 4. What's going on? But I think it looks great.
Don't worry, THQ Nordic is going to keep making Darksiders games for you, Fran, until they go out of business.
Yes.
Again.
Honestly, they're doing a good job, actually. Talk about the rebirth of the company.
I wish I could play the violin like this. You know what I mean?
Right?
Just fucking rocking
Just-
right
I
here,
wish
right
you
now.
could too.
Rip one out.
Just rip one out, Fran.
Lindsay Sterling action.
For our next deeper look at a new exclusive game coming to Stadia, the talented team at Robot Entertainment are here to introduce you to the next installment of their popular franchise,
Makes her fly away.
Orcs Must Die.
Why is the audio mixing so bad? It's like 20 decibels lower.
Yeah. I wonder if they do this in house.
Well. Take a look at these 2.
See, this is why I don't think it should be an hour long. It's like, I'm not talking shit about Orcs sometimes. Who cares?
First, that bad boy.
Yeah.
This isn't like where I'm like, this is why I gotta get a
EA
founder's
style.
pack. Yeah.
Also, never mind.
This is like, let's fill an hour when they
I
could have
also
probably a
would've-
hot 20 minutes.
I also would have pretty early recapped like what Stadia is. Like I know
We did. We
heard
talked
it.
over it. We talked
Not us. I mean them. Like I
Well, they did. We talked over it. It was, remember Ray came out and he was like, here's the thing. You got the Google Chrome and you got it
Oh yeah,
streaming
you were
anywhere.
talking. I must have got this right. Did they show stats on screen though? Like
Not stats.
That's
no.
what I mean. Like
You wanna
129.
see, like, the-
blah,
okay.
blah, blah.
Brand just wants those stats always.
Give me the numbers,
He wants
baby.
charts,
It's
he
just the
wants
way that it's
graphs.
put together.
Wow, is that an arm? That's what I'm talking
More hype. Meaning I would have come out hype man,
You would
Here's
come
why
out
you
hype
want
man,
Stadia.
be like, hey everybody, welcome to the Stadia Connect.
Mr.
Let's look at
Caffeine.
numbers. Let's look at numbers.
Stats.
Bring up all the graphs and pie charts for me,
Mr.
please.
Caffeine. No, I mean, really, it's like, hey, Google Stadia is coming in this many months. They could have said the months. It's like, what, 3 months away? Yeah.
But you're saving that for the end.
No,
And you know it's coming in November, but now we're excited to tell you it's coming
November
come out
15th.
swinging, Greg.
15th. You were close. You're wrong. Though.
That'd be funny.
My name is Jerome Jones. I'm the design director
Jerome
at
Jones?
Robot Entertainment. We really just want to make games that people want to play and share with their friends.
My name is Patrick Hudson. I'm the CEO of Robot Entertainment. When you're making
Stop talking about orcs must die.
you know it's going to end up.
It's supposed to have been
want them to feel
a
something,
challenge
want to
for
connect
them,
with
even
that
being
player.
Google,
That
because like
matters, that means something to
Gamescom
I always
and
tell
Keighley working
people
together to
that
do
Orcs Must Die is
one
a
night
puzzle
stand.
game.
Yeah.
Each level is
Opening
a
night
puzzle.
live.
You're a hero.
Paul
You're trying
Heyman
to
and
stop
Jeff
a bunch of
Keighley
bad
But, like-
present Gamescom One Night Stand.
Everybody, you know, is going to
You
be
guys
pushed
make
by
only free
those
already,
folks to put
just
their
make
exclusives
only
there.
free.
So
Sure. Yeah.
even if they have the partnership,
So
we're
we're
like,
doing
sorry,
it.
we're putting
I
it
think
in.
from Orcs
that
Must
one.
Die 3,
Are you
fans
hyped for
expect
the
more
One Night
of
Stand?
everything they love. It's just a bigger
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be some good
physics are
stuff in
over the
there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they got up
I
their
mean,
sleeve.
Kojima's
2
on
hours.
stage or
fun
something, or
landscape for,
maybe
for
he's not
orcs
there,
and
but
mayhem
like
and orc
Death Stranding's
destruction.
going to be there. And
Oh, he's there.
capacity.
Oh no, he was there.
He's gonna be
Keighley's
there.
already
We were
shown stuff
invited
of
to
him.
check out Stadia
doing stuff.
back in
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more
January
gameplay
2018. The
demos
canvas, the
compared to
controllers
E3. Like
allowed
E3 was
us
all
to
the
play
like trailers
version
and
of
shit, and I think this is gonna be
Doom
like because we already know we're seeing
Stadia,
Gears, we
and
know
it
we're
was great.
seeing
Right
some
away,
other
it was a
stuff. So
fantastic experience.
There will be some new
I
exclusive
immediately
stuff though. I
saw
think.
it
Like
as
I was
the
wondering
next transformative platform coming
that
to the industry.
Disintegration.
Kind of the
Did you see
same
it
feeling
from
I got when I saw
co-creator
the iPhone
Halo has a
coming
studio
and
in
what I
Chicago
thought that
still?
might mean for
Or no,
games.
they're in Redmond
We
now.
knew
But
that we wanted to be a part of it.
yeah,
We
from like
noticed
Halo Master
the
Chief creator, there's a
difference when we
new
started
first-person shooter
actually
coming. I think we'll
playing
see
the build on
a
Stadia.
trailer of it.
That's
there was a new
I
game.
assume it'll be there.
A new game was announced
They're not
today called
gonna be subject to the power of
Ghost.
their machine.
Yeah,
Everybody gets that
Runner,
same
Ghost Runner.
massive
Yeah.
power.
and it looks freaking cool as all shit.
That's
Is
a
that the
big deal.
Tencent one?
That's a big deal.
The shooter,
I've
like
always
zombie.
wanted orc
No, it's like
scenarios.
so
you ever
first person
played-
running, right?
It's like Mirror's Edge, but
Always. In
Cyberpunk.
the war
What?
scenarios
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
you're gonna have
PS4,
see the
PC, and
Tencent,
Xbox.
mob army.
No, we
in
just got off a
one
plane. We haven't seen
single
anything,
wave, and that's not like spread out cleverly, like 50 guys
You better,
here, 50
or their
guys here,
job's
50.
online.
That's
Yep.
500 orcs. That's what Stadia made possible.
It's Lady Knight.
we get
Says
to this
anyone
point,
remember
we
the
want people to
Cyberpunk
start
gameplay? How did we get here?
After 25 years, a classic returns. Get set for Windjammers 2.
Okay. Xavier Woods losing his mind. Must be Augie. A gem to win.
Did you ever play this?
No.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Have you ever played this game?
I'm gonna assume. Was this a Sega game first?
I want to say it was TurboGrafx, right?
I had a TurboGrafx, so I feel like I would remember that.
Well, then. Fuck me.
Remember at PSX a couple
Arcade
years
game
ago?
is what's popping up immediately off Wikipedia. Oh, it was Neo Geo arcade system in '94.
That's Neo Geo.
It was at
No, it was all about King of
PSX like
Fighters.
a couple years ago where they announced it was coming back.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck is that game?
Yeah, and it
We'd
turned out it's
never
like a
heard of
giant
it.
inside
Yeah.
joke for Giant Bomb. And it somehow crossed over into the
Let's take a
mainstream.
look at the exciting remake of a cult classic, Destroy All Humans, from THQ Nordic.
THQ Nordic, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, the new Tencent game's called Synced Off Planet.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of
I'm so
life
excited
on
this is
other
coming back.
planets?
It was always
Good game.
just like
It's
goofy
baby
fun.
steps to time splitters, man. That's all that
Hands
I
matters.
know, I'm
extended
so
in
happy that
friendship,
that's in the works.
Awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space. What tales will be told of that glorious day
It's
when
the
we
same
are
trailer,
first
I think,
contacted
though.
by our brothers?
But now
not
it's on Stadia,
beyond
guys.
the
You can play it anywhere.
stars.
Stream it to your toaster. Do you know our hotel rooms had Google?
Stadia?
Yeah, Chromecast.
No.
I hit the input and it popped up with that Google Chrome.
That's
I go,
interesting.
huh.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a deal in the works there, of just some kind of announcement with a chain to, I don't know, make sure that Stadia's in like every hotel room. Because it'd be easy. It's just like
Next,
send them a bunch
our
of
friends from Warner
Chromecast
Brothers
and
are going to
controllers.
tell you about how one of their biggest franchises will be reimagined on Stadia.
Except the internet's gotta work.
Batman.
Hey, my name's Aaron Piepergertis, and I'm the
Oh, Mortal
executive
Kombat.
producer for Mortal Kombat. We're known for our solid gameplay, our quick, brutal action, and our over-the-top
That was fine.
That's okay.
Part of the reason that people return to us over and over is our in-depth story mode. These are characters that people have grown up with, they know, they love, and Mortal Kombat 11 picks up right where Mortal Kombat X left off. You're going to see a lot of returning fan-favorite characters as well as some new ones.
This will be an interesting test for Stadia. I mean,
yeah, sure.
This
This
one
one has a time-traveling element to
even
the
more
story,
than a
so you'll get to
shooter.
see some past
Fighters.
versions,
These are the
present versions, and even some
ones
future
you can't
versions
really
of these
suffer.
favorite characters. It wouldn't be a Mortal Kombat if we didn't have fatalities. And with Mortal Kombat 11, we've got some of the most brutal and over-the-top that we've ever produced.
I'm American, Daniel
Making great
Dwyer. Why
fighting
is
games
he
starts with
no,
the
he-
combat. It's got to be fluid, it's got to be fast, it has to be precise.
A little bit.
Players
Old
spend
Danny.
hours practicing the
Old
moves to
Danny,
get that timing just
as opposed to
right.
new Danny?
What really convinced us to bring Mortal Kombat to Stadia
This guy's a
was
lot
seeing the
less
fast,
handsome.
fluid gameplay
Although he does
replicated
have
on
a
the platform.
tattoo,
With a game like ours that's very important to us, we have a certain quality bar that we have to maintain.
Really? I thought he
And
did
with
have
Stadia, we feel we can
Not
achieve
a sleeve,
that.
for
Since
sure.
the beginning of
He might
development
have
of
a
Mortal
tattoo.
Kombat for Stadia, Google has been with us all along the way. They've been a great partner to help us make sure that we're achieving the quality that we expect of our game and that the players expect as well. One of the reasons we're excited about the Stadia platform and being available on the cloud is just the ease of access for our players. It is exciting.
Us?
It is
Awesome.
legitimately
No,
cool
those
to
are
be
great
able
ones.
to
Shut up.
pause
Those
the
are great
game
ones.
and go to your phone.
Well, it's got to get to the bottom of this. This is a big Google Stadia question.
We're very excited to bring Mortal Kombat to Stadia this November.
Greg, I'm in Ireland, so it's probably
Thanks to Warner Brothers.
It's fine.
and
It's real quick.
Netherlands.
You're live on our Google Stadia reaction stream. Do you have a tattoo?
We're honored to be a new home for one of
I have
gaming's
two of them,
premier
yeah.
brands.
All right, thank you. Fran was right. We were wrong. We'll love you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Things got really weird really fast. Immerse yourself in the stylish
He's in
action
Ireland.
of
Oh,
Super
He's been in Ireland forever.
Yeah.
Come home.
Yeah, he acts like it's like
To
a
the
big thing.
States.
It's just like us going back to like, you know,
Super hot.
Illinois.
Super.
Super hot's on everything.
Coming
now,
to everything now.
It's
It's
everywhere
officially on the toaster. What a freaking game. You play this, Fran?
Fran,
I
you better
played
say
a
yes.
Small amount of it, yes, in
Fantastic.
VR.
Oh.
In VR.
Oh, yeah, great
It
job,
was
good
like
job. Yeah.
really interesting. I don't know, guys.
What are you about to say? What are you about,
Are they
you about to
saving the
piss me
hype for
off?
the end? No, I just like right now. I feel like the E3 one was fairly strong for what Stadia's doing. This
Yeah,
is
they're-
just sort of like I know, you know.
This is them layering it up. This is them just queuing it up.
More
Here's
games.
everything we
More
got. You
games.
thought we wouldn't have
Games.
games? You thought we wouldn't have games? Here's games.
We got games, Fran.
No, I do think you're gonna have games like this.
Do you want more?
But like, meaning, do we need a? If this is what
Super
it's
hot
gonna be,
mind
do we need a
control
press
delete
conference?
work in progress.
I mean, I guess to be included in the conversation at Gamescom, I get why, but I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. So far, feels like I could have just got a list.
I mean,
of games.
I'm not trying to be a dick at all, but I mean, set your expectations right for Keeley's thing too. Like, I think Keeley's thing isn't going to be Megaton after Megaton. I think it's going to be like,
I
yeah,
don't
cool.
think it'll be
Kojima's here
Megaton.
to say it's coming to PC. Great.
But I
And then
do
it's-
think there's going to be some exclusive like announcements. Like even this. Sure. I don't know if Disintegration already has like a place and a time, but that is like a brand new FPS. And
I mean, if you're
I
talking
think
about
we're going to see a
exclusive
trailer.
announcements, we already look kind.
I know we can get more
Kind
hype
is
than this, though,
exclusive.
guys. You guys are missing it.
Hey man, as a former Corn to Tassler, I'm excited about this
God
one.
damn it. God bless.
I love
Yeah.
him. I love
A
him.
cord Tassler.
Corn to Tassler.
D-Tassler.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
Show some
D.
fucking, put some respect on the name,
D.
Kevin.
Any interest in this game, friend?
Not actually.
Sure, Gary,
I
what is
would.
fucking
I would
excited?
play it. Actually, it's just like another one. I just don't have time to make for a game like this.
Real talk though, Cyberpunk coming to Stadia.
Yeah,
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Big deal?
Absolutely. I've just come to expect it at this point with the level of support they've got going. You know, like
Well, it'll be a conversation, I assume, for Kind of Funny Games Daily or whatever. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Nick
wait,
brought
I'm
more iced
good
coffees.
for
We're
now.
good for now, but we're going to need them. We're going to need them in a drip feed to us.
do you have an extra one? I don't need a whole one though. There's no sugar in there, is it? Okay.
It'll be.
good
I think it should be a
haircut.
Kind of Funny Games Daily question when we go through all this again, though. But like Cyberpunk on Stadia is a
no,
good
this is good.
chance for me to put my
Thanks,
fucking
Nick.
money where my mouth is. I'm always talking the talk. Will I walk the walk?
We'll have to see.
We will. Wait, Kind of Funny Games Daily this afternoon. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames.
So wait, what? Why? I mean, are you surprised Cyberpunk is coming to Stadia?
I mean,
It's like right in the launch window.
surprised, I don't think is the right word, but like impressed.
Happy. Ah, okay. Impressed.
It's like, it definitely was not a guarantee.
You know what's funny?
And I think that, like Greg's making the point of, like, that is such a great game to be on Stadia.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a guarantee, but I guess, yeah, I'm just waiting for those to be announced, you know?
My thing about with Stadia...
Like, meaning I need to see Apex and Fortnite announced.
Stadia's just been this... It's just a question mark at this point.
Why? It's some of the most popular games. Sorry,
it's just been a question mark of... We get... It's the tech so far is what's been leading the charge, not the games. Right. So this one is to build a library. So, like, did I expect Cyberpunk to come to Stadia? Honestly, I hadn't thought about Cyberpunk to come to Stadia. I haven't thought about any of the games I'm excited for in 2020 if they're going to be on Stadia. They probably will be, I would have imagine, right? And so then it does become this question of, is Stadia going to work at launch and what's it going to look like? And when's the iPhone version, the iPad version coming?
The reason I scoff at Fortnite, Fran, is like, yeah, Fortnite's going to come to this. That wouldn't be surprising at all.
I know, but that's what's interesting. I know it's not surprising, but that's like a use case of like, man, a lot of people would probably be playing that. And that was a bad example. I mean, in other words, they are
get them.
They are doing a really good job of courting and paying developers and building, you know, clearly a way to port stuff. So meaning I've come to expect it because it seems like the transition, a lot of people are hopping on board. So I mean, I feel like you can take
wait for you to play
the
Grid
big
on Stadia.
games
Let's have a look.
early next year, right?
A montage? Who likes racing games? Kevin Coelho does. He playing on his phone right now if Stadia was out. Did you see this? Cross-play announced for PUBG between Xbox One and PS4.
It's all happening, Greg.
Yeah. Getting Games Daily ready while I do this. Because there's just too much coming, you know? Is it us, you think?
I don't know.
Because people are going to blame us.
I mean, they're gonna blame us, but I don't know if it's us. I mean, also it's granulated as fuck.
Do you want to bring the... Well, that's the filter they have on it right now, right?
I've moved around and stuff.
Okay. Are these sunglasses on your head, or are you wearing...
Sunglasses.
Okay, cool. The way the light's hitting them, I couldn't tell if they were like blue blockers
This
like
next
Andy's.
one comes from our friends at id Software.
Ooh.
One of the fastest and most visceral shooters of the decade is headed to Stadia.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you.
Wait, we already know this, though.
Yeah, but that's why they're excited.
Are no longer your people to save.
Jeez, yeah, it's stuttering bad.
Yeah, that's on our end, though.
Future.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Someone in the chat is saying that like they're not.
Oh, it's their stream. Sorry, Kevin. I assumed
Well,
it was just...
I don't know. That's unconfirmed. I'm looking into it now.
I mean, if the chat says it's somebody else, let's blame somebody else. I want to keep all the pressure off of us.
Yeah. Well, in other words, I don't know that your stream's starting. Sorry, I thought that was just our playback.
I mean, you guys aren't stuttering. You know what I mean?
Did you?
Attack on Titan 2, that one about.
This is good. People like this game, right?
Yeah. Have you caught up, Kev? I assume that's a no.
Well, he got caught by, Andy's talking to him. Andy, so far 0 Gundams, but I'll keep you posted.
We got some Titans, though.
You know that's not a Gundam as well, Robbie.
It's like a Gundam.
You know how he is. It has to be officially Gundam.
Officially.
He gets really cranky when you're like, oh, look at this Transformer. He's like, it's not a Gundam. I don't like it.
Kev, are you caught up?
What do you mean?
On Attack on Titan.
No, I'm not. Are you?
No. I haven't seen any of season 3.
Watch it together?
I don't want to commit to it, but I'm open to that as an idea.
Yeah? You get our MeUndies, onesies, and order some pizza?
See, that's how you lose.
Please do it. Look at his booty. A lot of booties in this one. Good job,
yeah,
Stadia. They know what I like.
Yeah, dude.
And
Google,
it's the
man.
chance of seeing an asshole.
Wow.
The chance.
Wow.
I don't expect it, but if the cheek moves just right, there it is. Milk
Get a little side hole.
I don't know if there's going to be
Side hole.
they're going to get the latency right to get that cheek physics.
Sure.
Japanese trailers. Someone better needs that. Always.
Which part are we crazy about?
A lot of iced coffee.
Ice and coffee. Right, friend?
Banana nut muffin.
アイスコーヒーそして
Sumimasen. I wish I knew more Japanese.
Doing pretty good so far. Thank you. Yeah, coffee? Excuse me. That's all you really need. I thought we were gonna get one more little butt tease at the end there, you know?
A little fart
The
noise.
continent of Tamriel awaits. We're thrilled to welcome a stunning and vibrant MMO to Stadia.
Church hands.
DC Universe. Oh.
You know, that's an actual thing as well in video production? Church hands?
No.
Like, there are people, what do I do with my hands?
Oh,
Church hands, that's why people do that a
We
lot.
call them something different.
Yeah. What do you call them?
Vagina hands.
That's not true.
Swear to God.
Who's we?
I don't know. Everyone that worked at IGN.
Wow, clearly I was not in the room during that time. Clearly Nick has been telling everybody to call him that. Definitely gave him
Heroes and adventurers.
Good for Nori?
Gather your
Yeah.
allies and stand against this evil. Rise
What game is this?
and
Elder Scrolls.
Is it Elder
Online.
Scrolls?
Oh, it is.
Dragon.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It is.
look.
No, you're right.
Is it?
It's already come to the platform. Like, we knew that already, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, no.
Now it is. Now it is.
It's definitely newer footage, though, I think.
It's not that 15
I always
minute-
wanted to play. I played.
I've always
is a
wanted to
game.
play too, yeah.
I remember turning on the old PC in the spare bedroom / studio and playing a little bit of it at launch, and it was rough. And I was like, I'll wait till the PS4 version. And then when PS4 version dropped, other things were playing, and I didn't play it. Would this drag me in? I don't know.
Dragon? Drag. You guys get it.
Oh, I get it.
All of them coming soon.
Well, I think it's just that.
We're gonna end with the date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey! Oh fuck. Oh no.
Oh, Greg.
Oh no.
Greg, this is it. This is the test.
This isn't
Forget
the test.
Cyberpunk.
This
Why-
isn't the test.
why not?
Because this isn't day and date. This is in release date. September 13th is Borderlands, so I don't have to worry about playing it. I have to argue with myself about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you missed my
All
not
right,
being
guys,
there.
you can't use this song.
There's
Why
not
not?
even cross-save.
It's been already
It's been
called
years.
for. Not enough.
This is gonna be all of us, guys, because we're all playing Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a party.
These roses look so cool.
Look at him! Look at Flack dance.
The best.
Trippy.
This is a good tune.
Expensive like that as well.
I think 2K and Gearbox can
Yeah,
afford
I think
it.
Yeah, I always wonder when I watch trailers that are this good, like I mean, they just have someone in-house that either set aside the time or is dedicated to creating a ton of these shots, right? Because, I mean, it's in-game assets.
You think this is done in studio?
Well, that's it. I mean, probably. It's in-engine, but it's in-engine. I mean, it's not like somebody just recreated Borderlands 3. This is like all the assets, and but, you know, depending on the, I forget what engine it was. Either way, this is a very complex trailer. It's awesome. It's great.
I gotta decide who I'm maining.
Oh, it is Unreal Engine, so yeah. So, depending on what they built out, you know, you can do a lot if someone knows how to do it better. So much to it.
That's what it's all about, Fran. Little claptrap.
There it is. The 3. He's holding up the 3, Greg. Did you see that?
That's what it's all about, man.
The Fran Bureau
A little
boys.
mayhem keeps life interesting, and nobody does mayhem like Gearbox. And now, from our partners at Ubisoft, a new trailer for a game we know you can't wait to play.
Ghost Recon.
Vicious terror attack left hundreds dead.
Oh, Watch Dogs. Hell yeah.
As you can see, London's having a rough
See, it's
time.
things like this that I think it's important to have on Stadia, where it's like they're just making a statement here of just like all the games
you want,
they're coming.
All the 2020 games you want are going to be there.
Like at some point, it's gonna be like, what third-party games aren't there? You know, and like they need to make that statement early.
But like, and that's where I'm again coming from, Tim. They have already done such a good job of setting my expectation, and although I don't think they had actually announced Watch Dogs yet for Stadia, like I knew it was coming.
You assume?
I mean, I knew it was. That's how confident I am, especially with Ubisoft. Any AAA title they're putting out there.
I think they might have already announced Stadia.
I don't know. I was looking at the currently announced list here, and it wasn't in this one. But I don't know. This is. There's so much coming.
Because I remember
already.
yesterday during the panel we made a joke about it. Like it's coming to everything. I thought
maybe it was in the trailer at E3. Yeah.
Still cool. And a great one to get a look at. Watch Dogs is still goddamn impressive. I can't wait for this game.
Old Codger.
Yeah, no, I guess they already had announced it. They did at E3. You're right. PC Gamer's list I was using was why, and they didn't list it for some reason. Odd.
R.I.P. Ellen.
I don't know. That's funny.
Moving on.
You can die randomly of a heart attack.
So you have to decide what's best for your team. But why would these fine people want to join you? Well, everyone's got an origin story.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude.
Killed my brother.
Talking to Clint yesterday about it on the panel. Shout out to everybody who we'll talk about Toronto a little bit on Games Daily. Thank you, everybody who came. But like, God, it's just so insane the level of detail and what you can do in this game. And then when I played at E3, I was like, fuck yeah, I can't wait for more.
And unlock new perks. There are thousands of possibilities. Whether you've got a knack for gizmos.
It's an interesting direction for them to be taking Watch Dogs, like with this trailer of like the vibe that they're putting out there.
Yeah,
I think it's a smart call, trying to make it
Show
more
how diverse it is.
Saints Row than Watch Dogs 1 super serious, Watch Dogs 2 techie serious.
It's like I was talking about in the panel, right? Like Watch Dogs is such a fascinating IP to see how much it's changed, but to see what they do is they learn every one and they figure out why it would change it. You know what I mean? Whereas like number 1 was too serious, got it. Number 2 was really, really funny, but the narrative didn't match up with the Marcus character that you saw in the narrative, right? Like, our actions didn't match up with the narrative. So here, like, literally, pick who you want to be. Who do you want your team to be? Do you want it to be hackers? Do you want it to be fucking Stone Cold Killers? Do you want it to be boxers?
Eric Moeller. Businessman making business deals on the streets of London.
That is Tim. I've seen him do a deal in London.
It's really odd, actually. A lot of sources, IGN's list, PC Gamer, none of them had Watch Dogs listed. But it was announced at E3. So the list, again, like there's so much coming to it. The people, IGN included, are getting the list wrong.
Today.
There was a date on that one.
Closer to launch in November,
yeah, that's the real.
We're continuing to add games to the Stadia
Interesting,
portfolio.
but March 6th.
Yeah,
that's what Cyberpunk didn't have a
Stadia
release date though.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Worth pointing out.
Unless it got
maybe that's the thing. Maybe they committed.
That was it.
Really interesting. They committed that they do it. They didn't commit to the date yet, is what that tells me about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
They'll probably get there, but they're like, you know what? We got enough to worry about. We'll do it. But maybe it'll be a few months after. Who knows? That's it?
Yeah.
Pre-order Stadia Founders Edition. Yeah, we already know about that. All right.
Yeah. Then we're getting ready for
there it is.
Opening night live in 23 minutes.
Are you swapping me out for this one? Am I hanging out for this one?
Your call. I don't know. Tim, what's your plan?
What's up? Oh, we hang out.
Are we doing a post show or anything, or are we just saying that was it for that one?
Do you want to do a post show just as part of it, like little quick reactions on it?
Right, like just right here,
just
this thing.
Yeah,
hey, everybody, welcome to the post show. Yeah. That was the Google Stadia thing. What did you think, Tim?
I mean, I thought it was exactly what I expected, which is, hey, we're part of Gamescom and we're taking this seriously, and all the big third-party multi-platform games are going to come here, and you're going to want to play them here. And I think that they're going to make a really good case for it once this thing's out there and people can actually see how well it works or how poorly it works, depending on where you are and who you are. But for the people it works for, I can see them wanting to wait for Borderlands to play it that way, or when Cyberpunk comes out being like, you know what, I don't care necessarily about all the top level crazy graphic stuff. I just need to be good enough to play wherever I want.
Yeah. That's the fascinating thing about it. And if it comes out and it works, what is that going to do to things? Because Borderlands, since it's not day and date, right, with launch day for Borderlands for me is a no-go. I'll be invested on PlayStation 4. Maybe I'll roll a different character on it. Maybe by the time this hits on Stadia, I guess that's not true. Maybe early next year they'll figure out a way to make it all crossplay, right? Because they've talked about that they would like that as an option, but that's not where they are right now.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, but it's more in terms of the money where your mouth is thing that I was talking about, right? Like Cyberpunk is the test. Cyberpunk is the game. It is a giant open world RPG that I can't wait to get into, invest skill points in, build my character, and that would be an awesome thing to be able to boot up at any time on my phone and be able to just be playing, right?
But your pixel, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
well, no. It's going to come to everything.
But we don't know when yet, right?
They said within months.
Oh, they did say within months. Of release or Founders Edition?
Of release.
Okay.
Well,
Meaning, in other words, next year
is
the... Well, see, I'm a stickler about it. Is Stadia based? Of course, yeah. But meaning Founders Edition, you have to spend the $130, and the only way in the door is to spend all that money. And I would call it early access because it's gated by that.
Wait, so you're telling me I can't buy a regular old base edition in November?
I don't believe so. Well,
I think
right now you
can't.
Is
just so that you get the physical stuff.
I think you can only buy the Founders Edition right now, right? And next year is when the base comes. Well, I thought this was like a very commonly...
It's been so long since the initial Stadia thing that I haven't kept up with it.
It's funny, this is like classic, like maybe they had updated that announcement or something, but I don't believe so. Because like right when
the chat's with you.
When you go to pre-order, they...
2020.
So the only way to do it... I was being a sticker before the show as well, where I was like, it's interesting that they're not going to call this a beta and they're not going to call it early access. It's a Founders Edition, which whatever. It's $130. You get the controller. You get 3 months of Stadia Pro.
Buddy Pass.
You're going to get the Stadia name. And yeah, the Buddy Pass someone else can play in. And Anyway, it's next year. When
you can just buy
Stadia base.
Interesting.
But then base, you don't need to buy anything.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's my point. And that's when it comes out.
You think the Apple stuff's going to come out months after that?
Well, I don't know. Anyway, let's not speculate.
Either
way.
We're at E3. I asked Patrick Siebel of Sony's PR team, and I was like, cool. And on my way out after playing Doom Eternal, I was like, what is going on with Apple? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't have a phone, or I don't have a Google Pixel or whatever. Like, he's like, that is not going to be a long time. That is something that's going to be really quick. That's going to be a quick turnaround. I'm expecting that to be by the end of the year. I assume it's going to be up and running on iPhones, iPads.
Yeah, interesting.
iOS, I guess.
Because I guess the general point here is we don't know when.
We don't even know when the fucking things come out. They didn't tell us the release date.
Yeah, we don't even know when it's coming out. We were guessing maybe around November 15th or something, but even that.
Or 16th.
Why don't we have a release date yet?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't understand why we wouldn't have a release date for it.
I mean, you got to imagine they want to do another one of these, like to really drum up the hype. But they're already selling the Founders editions, right? So it's like they don't necessarily need to keep pushing it. At this point, it's kind of just like, hey, let's just keep talking about how awesome this thing is and get it out and let those people talk about it.
Yeah.
So I can see them maybe
holding it for like in
October. Yeah.
1 month away, it's like, here it comes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even if it was a shorter video.
Yeah. Anyway, I got off track. What I was thinking a lot about, it was my fault though. What I was thinking a lot about was, so when you say, oh yeah, maybe I'll check out Borderlands or maybe Cyberpunk. Let me ask you guys again personally, like, why do you want to play on this platform if you do? Why are you looking forward to it?
The reason I'm excited for it is that it can go anywhere with me. I travel so much, right? Like my PlayStation 4 is in my backpack right now because we just came from Toronto, and I'm playing a game for review, and I wanted to be able to play it, so I brought it in for I probably played a grand total of 3 hours in my hotel room on this trip. But I lugged that mother effer around with me forever, right? And so like the idea that it could
stopped at every
so what's the
idea now that I could have just the hockey puck Google.
So you might bring a Chromecast, plug it into your
the fact that I would maybe just have my iPad with me, which I already had in the controller, like that for me is what I want. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
That is why I'm
controller,
excited.
The puck, and you'll bring it on the. But that's your use case. It's on the road. It's not at home right now.
Oh no, I mean if it's it's so many if this then that things.
Yeah,
if it works well, if I take it to a hotel room and it's like, holy fuck, this shit actually works, then yes, it would be at home because I want all my saves in one place. Like there's gonna be let's just use Cyberpunk as the example.
Yeah.
If we get to April of next year, I've got my Stadia. I'm happy with my Stadia. It's running well. It's flawless. I've obviously at that point taken on a million trips. Yeah. I've had good experiences, bad experiences. I've seen how it nets out. If it gets to that point where it's like, Cyberpunk doesn't strike me as a game I'd ever platinum because I'm sure I have to do multiple playthroughs, all these different things. The convenience of having it with me all the time would outweigh it. And so then it would be that, I'm going to play it at home with the Google Chromecast jacked into the internet in the back of the TV, play it there, and then when it's time to go on the road, grab the Chromecast or my iPad or whatever.
Yeah. And just so I understand, the reason in many of these use cases you're not playing it somewhere else is because if it doesn't feature, say, cross-save, and I want to ask you about that, you want to make sure it's all on Stadia ecosystem. Is that why?
Yeah.
But what if it was cross-save? Would that change what you play it on?
Oh, 100%. Then yeah. I mean, I'd probably play it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro and do all that, but it's not going to be cross-save.
No, I don't think a lot of it is.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I think everybody's going to follow the Destiny example. I mean, we talk about PUBG announcing that today that they're cross-play, right?
Yeah.
Cross
Xbox and PlayStation 4.
Progression works for a lot of games. I don't think it necessarily works or is needed for Cyberpunk.
I think that there would be a lot of business reasons why they wouldn't want to do that as well. When
100%.
Stadia is free next year, right? And the way that they're making the money there is people buying the games there. So
you still got to buy the game on Stadia, Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you would have to.
You still got to
even
buy,
if it's cross progression, then you could. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to buy it. You have to buy it twice. But that's how Shadowkeep works, by the way. So you can do cross save. You do have to buy the game or get the Founders Pass or whatever, or Stadia Pro, which includes it the first month. But you have to get Founders that first month. But you just buy both games, and then you have the same in both places. Anyway, where I was going with it is the reason, and that is the strength of Stadia. I think it's like you can do this anywhere. But it's interesting that it kind of comes back to where your saves work, and that's part 100%. Of it. Because there is a fidelity and just, I like the PlayStation ecosystem.
Oh, me too, obviously.
Like when the new Xbox comes out. So that's why I asked that question. And you know where I come from is that I don't want to play, personally, a game like Cyberpunk or Borderlands because they're too beautiful to be compressed over a video signal. And again,
you don't want to play them on
bad.
Stadia.
Yeah.
You want to play them on...
Not at home on a TV. If I'm like on the road and I run into it, sure, and then I'd want my cross save. But it's interesting for me is I don't have a Stadia use case yet. I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess there's going to be some smaller indie games that like maybe those like...
They got the exclusives.
They talk about the fact that it's going to run in 4K if it's got the good enough internet, right? Like my house has the good enough internet. So that's the there's the test case that is
35 megabits
in a hotel room. How does it run when we're just in some weird Texas hotel room chilling out? But then it's also going to be jacked into the Ethernet port or whatever, and it's sitting there in my living room. Is it 4K and does it look as good as my PlayStation 4 Pro?
Is it HDR? And that is the question. We haven't seen 4K Stadia yet. And in other words, does that version of compressed video look a lot better? Is it more colorful?
Greg saw it.
You saw the 4K?
It was 1080p.
No, 1080. I played Stadia D3 as well. So we haven't seen their 4K HDR demo. So maybe that's what's coming. That'll be interesting. Maybe that's the October event or whatever. Anyway, I'm not down on Stadia. I know I sound like it.
You don't have to be up on it either. If it's not for you, that's your perspective.
I don't necessarily have that many use cases for it either. So
that's what I was going to ask you,
that
Tim. What about you?
I think it's more, I see the use cases for so many other people that don't have an Xbox One X and a crazy TV and all that stuff that like care about that. Like for the people that just want access to play games, you don't need to buy a console. That's as simple as it is. And that's the second one, is there's these people that may not have an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 even, and they're like,
what a cheap entry point into that world.
And that's the biggest entry point. It's not just play anywhere, but like, I don't have a console. I couldn't afford one, and now I only have to buy like this one game. Or even with like, depending on where Stadia Pro goes, that's what? Is it the $9.99 a month one you get the game included with? I think so. Yeah, Stadia Pro, but you get a free game every month. Shadowkeep is the first big one. Again, you have to have Founders to be part of it in November, as far as we know right now. But if there's some big games for that $9.99 Game Pass, that could be really amazing. Could you imagine that for $10? Now we're getting into that subscription model. Like, I can play Shadowkeep and whatever this next game is for
Borderlands
$20.
Stadia version. Just throw it out there, right? They're adding Borderlands 3 to Stadia. You know what I mean?
That would be huge. I think that'll come like
obviously
next
down the
summer.
line,
Yeah,
but
we'll start building that out. But I even think like take all that away. The 1080p is free for people. They just need to buy the game and play it. And granted, you need fast internet, but cool. Think of how many people have fast internet that want to play games but don't have a console. But if it is as easy as you have an iPhone, you can play on your iPhone if you want to do it. Cool. Tons of my friends, I'm sure, would be like, you know what? I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, but Cyberpunk looks dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And then they'd buy it.
Yep.
Like,
and that's the thing about it. Like, I've seen
case.
people in the chat, and this is a great discussion, both with us and in the chat. I saw somebody go by, right, and say, "That's it. I don't have a use case, right? Like, I don't travel like the guys travel or whatever." I still think it matters in the way of, sure you don't, but like you go to work, right? Like I think about the amount of times here where I have a couple minutes to kill, and I'll turn on my PlayStation picture and fuck around with something, right? And like that's a very I don't know how many people watching or listening have the ability to play a console at their desk, right? But if it was the idea that like, oh cool, you just pop up your phone, your iPad, your new app on your, you know, and you're just not even doing main missions. You're tinkering with your inventory, right? You're getting ready for your raid that night. You're knocking out some easy side missions. Sirens are on our end. That's another use case I see for it that I think is actually really impressive.
Yeah, and again, though, you gotta own it in both places if that's that kind of game. But it has a lot of potential.
Well, I wasn't talking about crossplay stuff. I was just talking about like people who don't think they have a use case for it because they don't travel. You're away from your console, your PC at some point. You want to fuck around.
Yeah, I put myself in my world, which is like, I don't want to manage my inventory using Stadia in Shadowkeep, but that's because
talking about you actually playing.
That was my bad, but meaning I wouldn't want to play it otherwise. I just play it on PC. What's up, Kevin?
I have an interesting use case that like my house has one main TV, and then other than that, like Paula sometimes doesn't want me playing. Like when we were really into Fortnite, we would all play Fortnite, and I'd be on the big TV, and she'd be like, "Hey, can you shut up? You're just shouting into the thing." So like because it was the Switch, I could go and like hide in a closet. But like this now,
the Kevin Coelho way.
But I mean, you know, that worked for me. The closet was quiet enough that it didn't bug anyone, and it's like now having that flexibility to do with like any game, not just games that are on the Switch.
Totally,
is really cool and interesting.
And that's another big part of it. Yeah, is like the reason I'm excited about Stadia is the same reason I'm excited about Switch, and why there are games where I'm like, oh, that's a Switch game. Now, of course, I say that's a Switch game, and what does that often mean to me? That's a plain game. My Stadia games can't be plain games, right? Can't download them to my iPad, can't do anything like that. So it's not one-to-one, but it is that idea of if I'm on the road. A game like Cyberpunk that I'm going to put hopefully hundreds of hours into, 800 hours into, whatever, like that's a game I'd like to be able to play anywhere, anytime, and be able to fuck around with it.
That's really where I think the promise of this is we're moving towards a new way to play video games that we saw with the Switch recently, and that sounded unbelievable, like it wasn't going to work.
I'm sorry. This is breaking news from my inbox here. Cyberpunk 2077 will release April 16th, 2020 for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. The Google Stadia version will launch the same year. Additional details will be made available at a later date.
Boo.
So as we said, not confirming that it sounds like they're not going to hit April 16th, but confirming 2020.
And I think that's
also
really
leaving it open
kill
where they could hit April 16th if they want.
Yeah, interesting. But that's going to kill them in the sense of what you're talking about. It needs to be day and date for it to even be an option that you weigh.
100%.
As somebody that is a hardcore gamer that's looking at that as a viable option.
I think it really will depend on the success of Stadia, because right now, and we've seen that happen with Nintendo platforms in the past, Wii and Wii U and Switch and everything. But like, if Stadia really starts moving fast, I think they'll prioritize the resources. But see, if it doesn't, they'll be like, look, we're a little busy and we're having to work with you, but like we can't dedicate resources unless it's flying off of shelves, so to speak, or flying off the internet. So
you're seeing engagement.
Yeah, but I think it's the right business calls. Like, I think they're happy to be on the platform, but like, if it's going to cut into their own resources, like, look, sorry, like we got to get these main platforms out the door. Bug-free, all the above, right? And that's already asking a lot, so.
Yeah.
There's also, I think you bring up a good point, Fran, that we overlook a lot in terms of I can't afford a console, right? I think the promise of Stadia and xCloud for that matter, but for Stadia being first to market is, hey, for $129 or whatever, even when you get the free edition, you're just paying for your games. You're getting a high-end super PC in the cloud. Yeah. Right? That is a good...
I'm such a stickler.
Go for
I'm sorry,
it. You're the guy.
I personally would prefer we don't call this a high-end gaming PC in the cloud, but I haven't seen the 4K stuff, like I said. But what I saw looked like current gen when I played Doom Eternal. That's
current gen console.
That's not a knock. I mean, it was running much better. The lag was not that detectable, and it looks good. Like Doom Eternal, like it looks good, but it's a little more, washed out. Whatever. I'm picky about my graphics. But
I know you're.
High-end gaming in the cloud to me is like, you're talking ray tracing now. You're just talking 2K gaming that is very like high fidelity and the textures are not compressed and stuff like that. But anyway, I see your point.
I think it's your point. That's just a great point though. Like, for $129 right now, it'll be free or whatever if you have a controller and you have the internet.
And that's it. That's the point. It's like, as much as a stickler and jerk about it that I want to be, you're talking for either like just getting the controller in the future and buying your game, if you already have a controller, we know that it may work with like Chromecast on your laptop. That's an amazing value to get. Good-looking gaming in the cloud.
Potentially great looking, potentially perfect looking. Like I think that there's scalability. I think you're going to be surprised by this, Fran.
It is a compressed YouTube video. You can't get around.
Well, that's the thing though. Is it's compressed video that you're getting, but like it itself is not compressed. Like it's not like the textures are worse.
It's not, but it's the same as when I upload gameplay to YouTube. Effectively speaking, meaning the compression that comes back. I don't know how it's Stadia versus YouTube, but I imagine they're using similar encoding, like it's H.264 or it's H.265. At the end of the day, what you're seeing is not a direct output from a video RAM.
But it's like when you look at...
There's a huge difference.
I would challenge you, Fran, to look at HDR...
Netflix versus
to
4K
look at
Blu-ray.
I was about to say, I would challenge you to look at a 4K Blu-ray and to look at the HDR version on Netflix of the same thing, and for you to really pick out the differences.
Fran,
2 points. One, I can. Second point, those run a third slower than most games, 60 frames a second. The compression is way easier, and also you're not moving much. We're doing this. Look at me, I'm talking to the camera. And like games are like, the need for data is so
much
big.
Heads up, Tim has done the comparison many times with different stuff, like in-game, trying to find out which is the best version to watch.
I follow you. Yeah. Again, I'm sure I would make the mistake and, at times be like, yeah, I think that might be, but like,
here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't spot the difference.
Actually, I can tell. I don't.
But that's the thing is, it's not about being able to spot the difference. It's about it is so close.
Right, but that's movies, and that's my only point, Tim. Your point is 100% valid.
I'm talking about action movies. I'm talking about like crazy. There's CG characters everywhere fighting stuff.
I mean, I guess, but even
you're right about the frames per second.
It's still only 24 frames that they're probably sending you. Right, it's a third slower, so to speak. So. I know I'm picky about it, but I'm telling you guys, if you care about like just the color saturation, pixelation, all the above, everything when you watch a trailer. When I watch trailers on YouTube even, I'm like, man, I can't wait to see how this game looks.
Honestly,
I'm being honest with you.
I do think that it's upsetting that like this stream had a lot of problems. Like, and I was, I pulled it up on my phone to look at it, and it was still choppy, and there was a lot of like pixelation happening, and it's just like it's weird that they can't put it at a higher bit rate or something to resolve this issue on there. But that being said, Stadia might be on a different system that works differently.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, look, the good news is encoding just gets better and better over time. Like it already is pretty darn good. Like I'm being picky. It looks solid, but anyway, I just think, I think of games like God of War and again Borderlands and Cyberpunk. I just want to see them in all their fidelity. And I'm not talking about high gaming.
This isn't for you, and it's not for me.
PC.
We are the type of people that care about that stuff. We are not the majority.
After tonight, it might not be for me because I got to go turn on this new TV that I got.
When you get your new OLED.
It's here. It's at home.
Yeah. Do you need help setting that up?
No, he's going to send me a video. I'll be all set. That's what he said.
You had the B8, right? I think it was.
I sure did, maybe.
Yes.
It's a beautiful LG television.
You guys want to wrap this up and so I can cut the record?
Sure, we got 4 minutes for the next one.
Okay, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, thank you for watching our Gamescom live reacts to the Stadia Connect. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, share. We do a whole bunch of different stuff. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. Games Daily will be up later in the afternoon. We're also about to do Gamescom opening night live reaction stream. Watch that live, talk over that. See what Jeff Keighley's beautiful mug has to say about games. Until next time, Tim.
It's been our pleasure to serve you.